Yeah.
I slept on the floor so that the team who was going through a hard time could see me on the floor, that they knew that I was not in some ivory tower. Whatever pain they experienced, I had it more.
Elon Musk said he was so busy that he didn't even have the time and opportunity to go home and shower, thus deciding to sleep on the factory floor. He said when he and his brother were starting their first company, instead of getting an apartment, they just had to rent a small office, and most times they would sleep on the factory floor. You can imagine the stress and discomfort that would bring. But we should also know that he had something he was aiming for. Musk talked to the Columbia Broadcasting System about the stresses he was going through in the Tesla company. He said, "I definitely feel stress. Yeah. It's like we've been incredibly difficult and painful the last several months." He claimed that the process had been so tasking and painful because sleeping on the factory floor wasn't something befitting, because he knew that it was not a fun place to sleep. King asked why he was sleeping on the factory floor, and Musk responded to the CBS host that he just didn't have time to go home and shower. On the 3rd of April 2018, the Tesla company produced 2,020 Model 3s, which was less than its target of 2,500 cars. They hardly slept during the production stages, and we knew how tiring those processes were for the team. The company even promised to meet its goal of producing 5,000 Model 3 cars weekly after the production of the initial ones. Elon Musk told the CBS host that he didn't believe people should be experiencing hardship while the CEO was off on vacation. The hands-on approach is all part of Musk's leadership style, and Musk has a great history of applying engineering strategies and processes to other aspects of his company and life. Indeed, getting interviewed for a job will still be based on a test. However, rather than examining an employer's capabilities, many companies and organizations simply work to evaluate the employer's knowledge accuracy. Musk has been known for the advice he usually gives his staff on how they can be more productive. There was a day he reportedly sent an email to Tesla staff in which he suggested that they shouldn't hold too many meetings. He even said they were free to walk out of a meeting if they were not adding any value. Musk told Bloomberg that he felt that he had a great debt to the people of Tesla, and that the reason he slept on the floor was not that he couldn't go to the hotel to have some rest. Of course, he has the money, but he wanted his circumstances to be worse than anyone else at the company. He wanted to be among the toil and strive that everyone else faced in the company. So whenever they felt pain, he wanted his to be worse. He also said that he wore the same clothes for 5 consecutive days at some point. And he did compare the varying circumstances at Tesla with those at General Motors. In this case, he said executives would prefer to use a designated elevator to avoid contact with other employees. Elon's case has been entirely different from other CEOs because he always chooses to be among the process, not just sit and sleep as most bosses do. In fact, other media outlets have reported that he used to sleep under his desk, and even on a couch at the Fremont plant that year, as the company faced a lot when producing the car. Musk called it production hell for the Model 3. Since the Model 3 was launched in July 2017, Tesla struggled to ramp up production, twice missing deadlines for its goal of producing 5,000 a week. Musk even said in May 2016 that the company would make 100,000 to 200,000 Model 3s by mid-2017. However, Tesla made 2,685 Model 3 vehicles in 2017. On the 2nd of July 2017, the company said it made 5,301 Model 3s during the final week of June and 28,578 during the second quarter, more than it had made in the prior 3 quarters combined. Musk also said his job as CEO was to focus on what's most critical, which is currently Model 3 production. This is why he would handle direct oversight of Model 3 production. In November 2017, Musk was able to host Tesla's battery production facility, the company's quarterly investor call from a gigafactory in Nevada. He'd been there and had always been working day and night to correct production delays. Musk said in November 2017, "I always move my desk to wherever. Well, I don't really have a desk, and I move myself to wherever the biggest problem is in Tesla." Furthermore, he said he believed that one should lead from the front lines, and that has always been his drive. Musk said that he was personally in the machine line, trying to diagnose problems and find a way to solve them in the best way possible. Then, they would work 7 days a week to execute that. He was always there on the Zone 2 module line, always helping diagnose robot calibration issues. So, he would always do everything he could to move the company forward.